I'm Nancy Norman with Weekly Wisdom. Last week, we talked about the law of karma. Remember? What we sow, we reap. Whatever we plant, we have the harvest. So if we plant seed ideas of love, gratitude, joy, happiness, then we are going to harvest those loving ideas. We're going to harvest love and kindness and happiness and joy. However, if we plant ideas, thoughts, words, and deeds of resentment and anger and jealousy, then our harvest is going to be that, filled with anger, filled with bitterness, filled with jealousy and resentment. So I believe that the golden rule is the best way to live. Do unto others as you would have others do unto you. The seeds you plant, the words you speak, the thoughts you dwell on, the actions you take, those are the seeds, and you plant those, and you will receive a harvest from those seeds. And it is up to you whether your life is peaceful and tranquil and happy and filled with joy, or if there's turmoil and chaos in your life, depending on the seeds that you plant. So it's very interesting to me that so many times we hold on to resentment, to bitterness, to jealousy, to unforgiveness. Somebody did something to us, some company did something to us, and some group of people did something to us. We hold on to that, and we think about those things every single day. Too bad, because as we dwell upon what we consider the injustice and we become a victim, what we dwell on just keeps building over time. And yet the person or the persons or the company that we are holding these angry thoughts about, guess what? They don't know we're holding them, and they go on with their life living happily ever after. Go figure. Anyway, we don't make absolutely no difference in another's life, but we sure do make a difference in our own lives. Do unto others as you would have others do unto you. Alan Cohen once said that unforgiveness, resentment, holding those things in mind, it's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Confucius, many, many, many years ago, said, to be wronged is nothing unless you continue to remember it. To be wronged is nothing unless you continue to remember it. So, in my mind, and in the mind of many others, forgiveness is the answer to a successful, well-balanced, healthy life. Catherine Ponder once wrote, if people daily practice forgiveness, they would probably put most doctors, psychiatrists, psychologists, social workers, and loan companies out of business, because everyone would become healthy and prosperous. Now, I want to spend just a short period of time and talk about what forgiveness is not, because that's important. So, forgiveness is not pardoning unacceptable behavior. We are not expected to condone or approve of inappropriate, abusive, inconsiderate, hurtful behavior. Or, the other thing that forgiveness is not, we don't have to become the offender's best friend. In fact, we don't even have to be around them or see them. We don't have to have anything to do with the offender. However, we do have to release the baggage that we've been carrying around, or it will drag us down, and our life will be in chaos. It'll just be problematic. Another thing that we have to watch out for forgiveness is Forgiveness is not putting on a smiley face and pretending that nothing happened or that there was no hurt involved. Any grievance must be dealt with, but it can be dealt with in a healthy way. In the ancient Hebrew language, the word forgive is nasa, and it means to lift up the eyes. To lift up the eyes. In other words, get a higher view. Get a higher view. Metaphysically speaking, forgiveness is a process of giving up old ideas, negative feelings, limiting conditions. Lift up the eyes. Get a new view of yourself or your life or other people. Now, it takes conscious effort, but in the long run, it pays off. It's worth every single moment of it. Because in the giving up, a vacuum is formed, making room for the greater good to enter and to become established in our lives. Forgiveness, unforgiveness, resentment is resistance to the pure positive energy of God. Therefore, it does not serve us to hold on to these thoughts and these feelings. A long time ago, in the early 1900s, Charles Fillmore, co-founder of Unity, wrote a little pamphlet called A Sure Remedy. And it has helped so many people through the years. And it's all about forgiveness and a way of approaching life with forgiveness in our hearts and minds. So this is what the first paragraph says. Here is a mental treatment that is guaranteed to cure every ill flesh is heir to. Sit for half an hour every night and mentally forgive everyone against whom you have any ill will. If you fear, or if you are prejudiced against even an animal, mentally ask forgiveness of it and send it thoughts of love. If you have accused anyone of injustice, if you have discussed anyone unkindly, if you've criticized or gossiped about anyone, withdraw your words by asking him in the silence to forgive you. If you have had a falling out with friends or with relatives, if you are at law or engaged in contention with anyone, do everything in your power to end the separation. See all things and all persons as they really are, pure spirit, and send them your strongest thoughts of love. Do not go to bed any night feeling that you have any enemy in the world. That would be a very powerful 20 to 30 minutes if we would do it every night. Just take an inventory of your day and think, is there anyone that I am holding any unforgiving, jealous, resentful thoughts about? And clear it up before you go to sleep. Now, I'd like to share with you from Catherine Ponder's writings an all-inclusive prayer of forgiveness. It is, I forgive everything, everyone, every experience, every memory of the past or present that needs forgiveness. I forgive positively everyone. God is love, and I am forgiven and governed by God's love alone. God's love is now adjusting my life and its problems. Realizing this, I abide in peace. A great, all-inclusive prayer of forgiveness. I forgive everything and everyone every experience, every memory of the past or the present that needs forgiveness. Practice that this week. And you can shorten that by simply saying, I forgive, release, and let you go to your highest good. I let go and let God. God bless you, and I look forward to seeing you next week.